Hello everyone, I'm Courtney Shegda, and joined with us today is Dr. Kuna from Dr. Kuna and Associates. Thanks so much for being on with us today.
Thank you for having me, Courtney. Pleasure.
So you're going to talk to us a little bit today about how the brain can control your thoughts.
Well, it's kind of how the brain could control your thoughts, or we can control the thoughts of the brain. You know, it kind of could go either way.
Okay.
Say, for example, the whole time that we've been sitting here, our kidneys have been functioning. Your kidneys, my kidneys, you know, we don't have to tell your kidney how to function. Or you can't make it function more by doing exercise or drinking juice. The kidney basically functions. It's an involuntary organ. Now, the lungs are kind of like an involuntary organ too. You've been breathing, I've been breathing, and you don't have to think about breathing. But on the other hand, you can hold your breath.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you. Or you could breathe fast. So the lungs are involuntary, but they're also a voluntary organ. Everybody feels that, by and large, the brain is a voluntary organ. It does what we want it to do. Yeah, when I first came in today, I said hello to you. I could go back in my mind and I could see you. And I could also see the face of my third grade teacher. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but I could. And so the brain is a massive voluntary organ, but it has massive involuntary features. And we don't take notice of that. We kind of give it just brief service. An example would be dreaming. And I know people say, well, I fell asleep, I went back to my dream, I picked up where the... But, you know, by and large, the brain dreams involuntarily. And the idea is that all day long, the brain produces massive amounts of involuntary thoughts. You might think something, why did I think that? Maybe a truck went by, or maybe something earlier today, or maybe I checked my text. Why did I think that? The brain produces involuntary thoughts. And the idea is that we want to be completely in charge of voluntary thinking.
Okay.
And we don't want to be associating ourselves with involuntary thoughts. As if we have to. If a truck goes by and there's a frog on it, say, frogs, why did I think of frogs? Maybe there's a frog in my cellar. You're okay. You don't have to be led astray by involuntary thoughts. And how do you do that? Well, an example would be, think of ourselves in a summer day looking at clouds, and you close your eyes and you open them and you see the clouds go by and you think to yourself, who does this? Too fluffy. Too white. Should have been a frog. Like, nobody does that. The clouds just go by, you don't judge them.
Right.
And that's how we have to associate ourselves with involuntary thoughts, is not to judge them, but see them go by and to construct a life and a world in which we associate ourselves with voluntary thinking, and that's the goal of therapy.
Well, I definitely want to learn more about this and how to control my thoughts, and I think our viewers do too. So for our viewers, where can they get more information?
They can certainly call me at the number of their convenience, 570-961-3361.
Well, Dr. Kuna, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.